After a couple narrowly escaped a devastating house fire, they noticed their dog begin acting strangely whenever they returned to the ruins. The disaster had nearly claimed their lives, leaving behind a scene of loss and heartbreak that was difficult to face. When Christine Marr's home went up in flames, she lost not only her belongings, but also two cherished cats who had been part of her family. Returning to the charred remains 2 months later was an emotional ordeal, filled with grief and memories of what had been. But during that painful visit, something unexpected happened. Christine's dog suddenly began digging with unusual intensity through the debris, as if sensing something hidden beneath the destruction. In that moment, a small spark of hope emerged from the tragedy, hinting that the story wasn't over yet. Marr and her family live in South Haven, Michigan. In early 2019, the family shared their home with 2 cats and a dog named Chloe. However, little did they know that by March, a disaster would tear their lives apart. That's when their home caught fire, with the Marr's pets still inside. Luckily, firefighters were able to rescue Chloe from the blaze and save her life using an improvised oxygen mask. But unfortunately, the family's cats were not so lucky. One of the felines perished in the fire. Meanwhile, their second cat, whose name was Ringer, went missing. With no sign of her beloved pet anywhere, Marr began to fear the worst, that he too had succumbed to the inferno. Given the damage their home had sustained in the fire, the Marrs had to vacate the property for some time. However, 2 months later, they made the hard decision to take Chloe back to visit the wreckage. Considering the distressing ordeal Chloe had suffered at the property, her owners had no idea how she would react. So when the dog started scratching and digging at the floorboards, it probably worried the Marrs. However, as they watched their pet, they realized she was digging with quite some determination. Not only was she interested in the floor, but she also started sniffing around a hole in the wall. Then Marr heard an unexpected noise. The sound was that of a cat meowing. So, naturally, Marr was concerned that an animal may have become trapped in the wreckage of her home. Writing on her Facebook page, she explained, "Heard a cat meowing, so we got food to coax it out." When it finally emerged, it was clear to see that the animal was in a bad way. Just by looking at it, Marr could see that the creature was underweight. In fact, it looked as though the feline may have been homeless for some time. Upon closer inspection, Marr realized that the animal in question wasn't any ordinary cat. It was her pet Ringer, who had been missing since the fire. Amazingly, he'd somehow survived for 2 months among the ruins of their burnt-out home. Later, Marr described finding Ringer alive as her Mother's Day miracle. Describing the moment they managed to persuade the cat out of his hiding place, she added, "Out came Ringer, our cat that we thought perished in the fire." In her Facebook post, Marr continued, "Not completely sure on the story on how he ended up in this hole in the floor. He's been down there for 2 months with no food and water. Very skinny, but doing well." After his ordeal, Ringer's family took him to the animal hospital in Kalamazoo, MI. There, the cat astonished staff with his impressive tale of survival. According to them, the fact he was still alive was a miracle. To aid his recovery, vets fitted Ringer with a feeding tube so that they could slowly reintroduce him to food. However, the cat's prospects were looking up. "He's very sick, lost half his body weight, but he's going to live," Marr wrote on UCaring. As word of Ringer's reemergence spread, it took many people by surprise, not least of all the firefighters who had tried to locate the cat in the wake of the inferno. But they were delighted that Chloe the dog had been able to sniff Ringer out. Speaking to Fox 17, Chief Ronald Wise of the South Haven Area Emergency Services said, "We picked up furniture, looked around beds, looked in every nook and cranny for that cat. To know that Chloe had found the cat, that's amazing." Chief Wise continued praising Chloe, making it clear he believed the dog had truly saved the life of her four-legged friend. He explained that after everything they had seen inside the burned home, no one expected any cat to still be alive. Calling Chloe a hero came naturally to him, because without her persistence, Ringer may never have been found. After being rescued, Ringer needed extensive care to recover from his ordeal. Veterinarians explained that he would require weekly checkups at the animal hospital to monitor his condition. His fragile body also meant he needed to be fed every 4 hours to slowly rebuild his strength and avoid overwhelming his system. This level of care came with a heavy financial burden. The Marr family soon realized they were facing a $1,000 vet bill for Ringer alone, and an additional $600 for Chloe, who also required treatment after the fire. It was overwhelming, but they were determined to help both animals heal. To manage the mounting medical expenses, Marr started a crowdfunding campaign on You Caring. She shared updates about Ringer and Chloe's recovery, posting photos and progress reports so supporters could see how their contributions were helping. By August 2019, she happily announced that both animals were doing amazing, a relief for everyone following their story. Even as Ringer began to regain weight and energy, the memory of what he endured stayed with his family. They knew he had survived against all odds, and his determination had touched everyone who heard the story. His resilience became a reminder of how powerful the will to live can be. Reflecting on the mystery of how he survived, Marr joked that Ringer must have been eating whatever he could find while trapped beneath the wreckage. "We're assuming he was eating bugs and spiders and stuff under there," she told Fox 17. "I think he used a bit more than just 9 lives." What do you think of this story? Let us know in the comments section. I hope you like this story. Please give it a thumbs up and subscribe to our channel. Also, press the bell icon to never miss the updates from our channel. Thank you.